Well, right now the search continues for dozens of missing people in central Texas. The catastrophic flash flooding over the weekend has claimed more than 100 lives, including nearly 30 young lives and a camp counselor from a children's camp.
Now it comes as local and federal leaders face questions about what more could have been done to get people out of harm's way. Lee Wallman is joining us now live from central Texas. And Lee, good morning to you. And the first thing we want to start out with is there's a lot of questions about emergency notifications here. There seems to be some people in the area who say they never received an alert about the floodwaters.
Wisdom, Allison, good to be with you both this morning. So we're in Kerrville, Texas, an area that's hard hit by this devastating flood that came through early Friday morning. The mayor of Kerrville, he is among those who said he never received any type of alert that this flooding was about to happen. Now, through the National Weather Service records, we are seeing that 3 separate alerts were sent out to this area and the area around Camp Mystic, just up the road from where we are. They received 3 different alerts, one at 1 a.m., one at 3:30 a.m., and one at 4 a.m. Now, FEMA has put out information about why some people may not have received these types of alerts. It could be the fact that they have no cell service, which is an issue that our team has actually encountered here. Very limited cell service in some of these more rural parts of this county. They also could have alerts turned off on their phones. We know for Camp Mystic specifically, the campers did not have access to their phones. The counselors, they did. Other officials, they did. But the campers themselves, no access to their phones. It posed big issues. Now, in an area not far from where we are in Comfort, Texas, where there was no fatalities from these floods, they actually have a flood alert system in place. They sounded off sirens in that community to alert people to the oncoming floodwaters.
Lee, back to the camp for a second. I know journalists like yourself pressing local and state officials about why the camps weren't evacuated ahead of time. Is there any talk about that? Perhaps the latest on that decision to not evacuate?
Yeah, Allison, that's a great question. It's one we've continued to ask. And now officials, days removed from when this flood initially happened, they're saying it's an area that is hard to evacuate given the terrain. Whenever they started to make the decision, maybe we should try and evacuate, it could have been too late and you could have had a lot of cars on the road. They also didn't want to come into a situation where they told everyone to evacuate early and it was a cry wolf type of situation when the flood wouldn't have been as bad. Now, Senator Ted Cruz talked about this a bit yesterday as well, and he says now looking back, now reflecting, evacuation would have been the best move.
All right, Lee Wallman, thank you very much for the update. Stay safe. Thank you.